What's up, everybody? Cannabis industry lawyer Tom Howard here with a little bit of cannabis business stuff. This is an industry, and if you've been in it, thumbs up, subscribes, congratulations, good luck in there. And you're going to want your contracts to be, you need teeth. And so there's going to be a lot of things said to you. People will talk and talk and talk and say things and make promises. And then what do? Well, you always try to get it in writing right thereafter. So after you've hung up the phone with the investor that's going to totally help you make on this deal, great. Send him an email and confirm all the tenets of which he's just said. See if you get an email back. Maybe you will. Maybe you won't. But you're always trying to not just be led a whole bunch of smoke. And one way to do that is to try to confirm it in writing. And if you're not going to get it in writing, probably should kind of read the tea leaves on that as might have been all talk, all hat, nothing really there. But then the other thing is, as you get toward that being in writing, one of the elements that you should put in that contract is called an integration clause. And that will operate that all these other things that people will say to get you to sign things, to get you to move forward, to do something, those aren't actual terms in the deal that you now have, because this integration clause will be like, there are no oral modifications. Anything that we are going to have is in this contract now. And we have to agree in writing to make any material changes. Hence, why you follow up with those emails later after something's gone wrong on this contract. You're trying to create new evidence. That's some how to cannabis business information for you. And if you want more of it, of course, go on over to cannabisindustrylawyer.com and fill out the form or give us a call. There's a phone number that you can go to there as well.
So in the build-up, those emails are they legally binding documents where, like, in the conversation, I say, hey, this is my requirements, this is what I meet, and then they reply back with just a simple yes, then all of a sudden that's obligation to what I required, right?
Not necessarily, but it depends. You see, are you operating as a business record or are you operating as a personal call? And so somewhere along the line, you are not acting as you. You are acting as a member or a shareholder that has duties, obligations to the best interest of the company. And then that means that can be a business record, which would be admissible as evidence. Now, of course, they are going to... Discovery and litigation is a very fun dance that's expensive and nobody really understands unless they're a litigator. Either way, I'll do more litigation ones of these where we'll explain aspects of litigation, like how long have you been suing? Where are you in that process? But this is just one of those, if it's not in writing and somebody said something and you want to get that in writing as quickly as you can,
Sure. So no pinky promises.
There are no pinky promises in this industry, and the handshakes are not worth the person you're shaking hands with. But it's a fast-moving industry that's quickly becoming legal, especially in New Mexico.
Yeah. No, and again, this is the part of regulation, the part of legalization that nobody really wants to talk about, because it gets kind of dirty in the background with business-wise when it comes to any business, whether I open a restaurant or there's going to be legal protections and different securities involved.
Mm-hmm. Any business, but then especially when the profit motive is as real as it is in cannabis. And now somebody's calling me again. I tell you, I thought I was when is this one? Okay, if I hit X on that, leave it. Okay, good. Oof, that's the problem. I have a Google phone, I have a regular phone. I'm on Do Not Disturb, but Google isn't. So anyway, I just wanted to give a shout out to all the people that like to tune in, and then our listeners on the podcast, and then also the members of the channel that hang out with us and then talk in the comments on the live feed and play little games with us. Really I do appreciate that. So thanks for tuning in. Shout out to all the members. Miggy, you got anything else?
No, just again, hanging with us, and we appreciate you. And check out the Facebook group, Free THC. I'm trying to keep it light and bring a smile when we can, and at the same time we bring information. Tom's got a real business out of this. I'm just a guy who wants to help spread the word until I can make a business or something out of this. Who knows?
Well, depending on how revenues do, we'll figure something out in post. But I'm just glad that you have a good job that allows you to be an activist, because sometimes, and I've had jobs where you're not allowed to be an activist, you could lose your job.
Well,
and I don't like how the industry's like that,
Well, the industry, the stigma, I've worked very hard to like be in a position. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm getting scared shitless every other day sometimes because that can get fired for speaking up. Like this is why it matters. This is why I do it. Because automatically I'm the bad guy. I'm like, there's plenty of other reasons to not like me, but my cannabis consumption is not one of them. Not a reason to put me behind bars. Not a reason to not invite me to your barbecue. No,
yeah, that's right. You being a vegan is a reason to not invite you to the barbecue. But other than that, and I know you're not a vegan. I mean, we've hung out. But anyway, dude. No. Sometimes I miss the trains for over to that. Because like you get very, there's so many overlays that we have.
I'm just gonna go hot box here in a minute.
Nice.